If you're horny, let's do it, ride it, my pony. That's not a question, that's a lyric.
Put it this way, could you play
Monopoly
or chess and do it without falling out?
Well, Matt tends to make up rules as we go.
William's exactly the same.
Winning's
Yeah, it's great.
obviously that's kind of like the best part. But
But you got to get to the winning
when
part.
when you see a horse that's like it turns a corner and it can be as much as just jumping around a course that big at home, and that's like it's same kind of buzz, you know.
Yeah.
Welcome to Talk Horse.
I'll gallop through the highs and lows of the equestrian world.
I'm Pippa Funnell. I've been eventing for probably 40 years and I'm an author of a series of children's books, Pippa's Ponytails.
I'm Tristan Phipps. You may recognise me from Main Chelsea, however, I'm an ex-safari guide and lover of all things horses now and learning more and more each week.
Double trouble on today's pod, as we not only have two guests, but they are a loving couple who are both on the top of their game in the show jumping world.
Loving couple. I like that.
Well,
As opposed to an unloving couple. And they are our first, well, one of them is our first guest from across the pond. We've got a Transatlantic friend joining us today. Is Canada part of, do you say Canada for across the pond? It's just America. I guess it is across the pond, isn't it?
of course it is.
Yeah.
You have to swim to get there, don't you?
Bloody long swim that. I'd be impressed if we could make that. So Talk Horse is going to be hosting a very exciting couple and it's going transatlantic.
Do like and subscribe our pod, as we want to hear loads more from you and suggestions of guests. So tell your friends to listen in.
Tell them you heard it here first. So saddle up, join our equestrian community and
Let's talk horse.
Hello Pippa, how are we?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good indeed.
Good. So we've got our first couple on today.
Well, technically our second couple. Because,
William and I.
yes, you were the first.
These are very much in their early days of their relationship.
Yeah.
But a great couple, great characters. Matt is a lot of fun. Someone else I've known for some years now. He was based with Duncan Ingalls, who was actually William and my best man. So he learnt a lot of the stuff from his early days from Duncan.
Amazing. So we've got another powerhouse equestrian couple today.
I mean, it is amazing in the equestrian world how many couples there are. I think probably a lot of that is because it's so 24/7 that often you don't get the chance to meet people outside of the industry.
Yeah. But to say though, how does it work? Because
How does it work?
do you ever get to see each other?
Yeah.
Do you do a little date night every now and then?
Probably not as often as we'd like, but
What would a date night look like?
I'm not going to.
No, I don't want to.
Well, I do actually.
Night.
What I do laugh about is because actually we are nearing our anniversary. In a week's time, it will
What anniversary
be
would that be?
35 years.
35.
35 years. So
what's 30? Is that no?
I think 35
Diamond?
must be really big diamonds. But I
Really
always,
big diamond.
I have to say, I'm not ungrateful because William's incredibly generous, but you hear of people going and celebrating anniversaries and I know special anniversaries, they often take their wives to where they proposed.
Yeah. Where was that?
In my case with William, it was in our local curry inn in Cranley.
That's quite sweet though. That's a lovely.
So every anniversary, if we get chance,
That's
we
working
go
smart,
to the
not
local
hard.
curry
Head down
inn.
the local curry.
Yes.
Was it quite a romantic? What did you have? Was it like chicken tikka and then a ring, or was it before?
Well, what I couldn't understand is why he kept on going on how he was going to stop. He was going to cancel the cleaner. He just said, "I'm not going to need a cleaner." What do you think, Pip? Do you think we need a cleaner? Do you think, And I kept on thinking, why is he talking about getting rid of a cleaner?
So that was kind of the caveat to
Yeah, and
do you want
then
to marry me?
and then the next
thinking I'm gonna
thing
get
he
rid of cleaners.
said, the next thing he said was, "Think of all those disappointed girls out there."
He's a handsome man. Fair enough.
Back to Talk Horse,
Back to Talk Horse,
not
yes.
future engagements.
Yeah, whew, I'm getting a bit nervous after all this proposal chat. So keep listening so I can afford a really nice diamond ring. We've got a little game to play today.
Another one.
another one, and I'm the host of the game today, which I much enjoy to receiving the questions because I think in the series now you are losing. Based on the fact that we are doing an equestrian podcast, you are losing the game in series.
You're getting competitive now, are you?
You can't tell me that you've not been getting competitive in these games.
No, I haven't.
Are you trying to take points away with the producer last time with Charlotte? The reason we are playing this game today is because one of our guests is quite well known for sometimes singing whilst jumping. Am I correct?
Maybe we should play this game with him, or can we play
Well,
it?
I'm hoping that we might get a song.
Okay, right.
Because I think he might do quite well in this game. So in honour of our guest today, Matt, who is famous for having a little sing-song whilst jumping, we're going to be playing...
Well, not whilst jumping.
No, I think whilst jumping. Does he not?
What, as he's coming over a jump?
Yeah, maybe...
As he's jumping, literally. I think it's probably at the shows in the evenings he sings.
Oh, really? Is it not ask you why whilst in the saddle? I thought it was belting...
No, but we're telling that later.
when you're... Okay, the reason I thought that, because when you're skiing...
Yeah.
And you're in your flow, I'm always singing quite loud.
You?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, we're asking.
Is that not a done thing in the arena? Can't really be belting one out.
We're asking.
We'll find out. I'm sure he's singing his head. Today we've got a game called Horses for Choruses.
Not courses.
Not for courses, no. So there's some lyrics on my little card here. Some of them are real. Some of them are fake. You've got to tell me the difference. Tell me which ones are real, which ones are fake. And an extra bonus point if you can give me the name of the song and the artist as well.
Oh, I've
you
got
need a few more points.
Absolutely no chance for the artist.
Lyric number 1. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. True or false?
True.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, correct. Who is the artist? And what was the name of the song?
I haven't got a clue.
Rolling Stones?
Snowy white horses. No, it's not that.
What's
Rolling
that?
Stones.
Yeah,
That was
quite different.
That was
quite
from
good.
the Lipizzaner thing. White horse, snowy white horses. But no, I've got the wrong. But anyway,
But you got it correct. Yeah, Rolling Stones. Have you heard that song, Wild Horses?
Yes, I have, but I wouldn't be able to sing it.
Okay.
Can
maybe,
you sing
maybe
it?
later. No, absolutely
I wouldn't be
not.
able to sing it.
Okay. Second one. I'm going to saddle up tonight, ride into the neon light.
False.
Correct. That's a good lyric. That could be real. Good work, Charlotte.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Charlotte, can you sing it?
These are quite. They're all really good lyrics.
Tell me the line again. We could make it. We could get Matt to.
Sing it.
Matt.
I'm going to saddle up tonight and ride into the neon light.
I'm gonna. Oh no.
That sounds like it could be a country song.
Yeah, we're trying that.
Yeah, we'll give
Remember
it.
the
Looking
line.
for a spin
Okay.
racer. Okay, next. She's in love with a boy. She's got a horse-drawn heart. Get it? Because it rhymes with cart.
Huh?
Horse-drawn heart instead of horse-drawn cart.
I think you're bluffing. I think
No.
it's false.
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct. That was good. You double bluffed me. I played poker on the weekend and I thought I had a good poker face. Very good. That's 3 out of 5. Correct. So you've already beaten my estimation. Okay, next one. On the back of a horse and a strong whiskey rye.
I think that's true.
Sure?
Yeah,
Yes. Beer for My Horses by Toby Keith and Willie Nelson.
exactly.
That's good. Okay, 4 out of 5. 4 out of 4, sorry. Okay, next one. Are you ready? If you're horny, let's do it, ride it, my pony. That's not a question. That's a lyric.
Can you sing it? Just sing it.
If you're horny, let's do it, ride it, my pony.
I think
True
the
or
way you're
false?
singing it, I think
Am I bluffing?
it's more a game of truth or bluff, isn't it? I think it's true.
It is, and this is my
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, pony genuine.
Woo!
Have you seen Magic Mike?
Yes.
So he does that really sexy dance to this
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah.
You know, when he
What-
like does the thing on the table.
but-
I'm not going to try and recreate that because it's really embarrassing for everyone.
Go on, you should.
Honestly, I have
We
after
could
a
get
few
Matt to
drinks.
sing
That
that.
used to be my little party trick. If I was trying to impress someone at a party, I'd do the little dance with the chair. But I'm not going to do that because this is a
5
family-friendly.
out of 5.
Congratulations, I think you're back to the top of the leaderboard there. I'm hoping that the next game is a little bit more Tristan friendly. Very good. I'm impressed, Pip. Did you have fun with that?
Oh, great.
We have enough. We have a giggle, don't we? God, we have a giggle.
Giggle.
Okay, I think it's time to bring on today's guest. Pip's just increasing the text on her iPad.
There I am.
You can see it zooming in.
Matt Sampson, very importantly, has just become an ambassador for London International Horse Show. But not only is Matt great fun, but he is very much an up-and-coming name in the world of show jumping. He's had great wins, many good wins, both across the pond at the Great Spruce Meadows and also back here in England. So he's been on many Nations Cup teams and he's one to watch, especially in the future.
Absolutely. And talking of London International, I think tickets are on sale now. So if you fancy coming down and seeing Matt at London International and potentially Pippa and I, that's a little teaser for you. Get your tickets. Canadian rider Kara Chad is an amazing rider. She's represented her country at the 2016 Rio Olympics and has become a Nations Cup regular. Together, they are a transatlantic powerhouse in the sport, taking over the William Pippa powerhouse title.
Not at all. No, they're upcoming and they've had great success at such a young age. And I'm really looking forward to this episode. And I think, knowing Matt, I think it will be a lot of fun. I don't know Kara that well, so it'd be great to hear a bit more about her story and how they met.
Absolutely. So,
let's talk horse with Matt Sampson and Kara Chad. Matt, Kara, welcome to Talk Horse.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Our first couple.
You're not just our first couple, Kara. You're our first overseas guest.
Wow.
So please, we'll see the effect you have, or how well known you are in Canada, because we want to see Talk Horse rocket up the charts in Canada as well.
This could be our big moment to go worldwide. This is exciting stuff.
Going international.
Well, I was about to say our first couple, but we've had William on the show, so.
Yeah, but my William doesn't count.
He's still your partner.
And actually, can I just say, I know you're not married yet, you're engaged.
Oui.
Can I just say, or actually,
I'm going to open a bottle of sparkling wine whilst you give some advice.
Opening the Hattingly.
Whilst I do my job, I'm the wine boy.
Yeah, I want to know, where did you propose?
In Canada, in a
Nice.
place called Whistler.
Lovely spot.
Oh, you see?
Yes.
Go on, ask Pip where she got proposed to.
I'd say in a field with a lot of 2-year-olds.
No, you're close. So
In the local
what we
curry
were
house.
saying, what we were saying, sadly, William proposed to me in the curry restaurant in Cranley, and often over anniversaries, people take their wives back to where they proposed, but we just go back to the curry in Cranley.
Convenience
So
is
good.
key.
I'm really glad that he was romantic and did it on the ski slopes in Whistler.
It's a very well thought out place.
Very good. So Tristan, you can.
I'm still chipping away on the Hattingly over here.
Okay, well, I'll ask the
making me
first
nervous
question.
now.
The first question, which is always the same that Tristan
Thank you.
always asks, is where, Kara, ladies first, where did you first, your love affair with horses?
Well, I grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I guess we were kind of introduced to horses on like more the Western scene. Yeah, so my dad used to do team roping.
Oh, wow.
So, and quite a few like different rodeo events. And then my mom kind of knew horses her whole life, but still all Western and barrel racing and all that kind of stuff.
Barrel
So yeah, so that's really how we were introduced to it. And Calgary is well known for like the Wild West. So we were always kind of around horses, and then just kind of took off. I guess we were involved. When I say we, it was my sister and I. And my parents put us in loads of sports of tennis, skiing, swimming, riding, ballet, everything. And then we kind of just gravitated toward horses and tennis. And then who chooses a tennis racket over a pony? I'm not sure. So yeah, that's really where it started. Yeah.
And so is that what attracted you to Matt? The fact that you thought he rides like a cowboy?
Yeah, I've kind of.
Because I was good at tennis.
A little wild.
I have heard your Sheffield's Kevin Costner from Yellowstone.
Is he good at tennis?
No, he's good at riding.
That
though.
is it. That's a good compliment.
That's a great
Yeah,
I'll take
that's
that.
good.
That is a
I'll take that.
strong.
Matt.
Yeah, I suppose my parents have got a riding school called Parklands Equestrian Centre in Sheffield. And I think my brother and sister are both older. They had no interest in horses whatsoever. So mum and dad joked that they had me because they needed someone to ride all these horses that they got. But yeah, I kind of just, as soon as I were able to ride, I was always obsessed with it, really. A bit like Kara, I did loads of different sports and then just
Tennis.
always, yeah. No, it always kind of went back to riding. And yeah, we just kind of did it, you know, as soon as I could get home from school, I was riding before school. And then, yeah, it just got more and more. And then I think I just got obsessed with it, really. That was it. So I left school early and, yeah, just rode as much as I could.
And then I know, obviously, I have to just say this, because at quite a young age, you obviously went to Duncan and Claire Ingalls.
I did.
And Duncan, Tristan, was William's best man at our wedding. And funnily enough, I rang Duncan this morning and I said, so what can you tell me?
Oh, dear.
Matt's
He'll have
younger
plenty
days.
of stories, yeah.
And he said, the one thing I could say is Matt used to forget everything when it came to taking kit to shows. And often Duncan would say, have you got everything? Have you got everything, Matt? And at one time he told me a story how you got to the show, you said you'd remembered everything, and when you got there you had no jacket and no hat. And because he's quite small, the only jacket and hat he could borrow was a sparkly hat from a girl in a navy jacket.
Brilliant.
So, Kara, are you going to be able to deal with this?
I mean, I wouldn't say much has changed. I think we're still dealing with the forgetfulness, if we're being honest.
I'm going to throw it right under the bus, aren't I?
At least you remember the
There's
horse,
always
though.
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's quite
Horse,
important,
Okay, sorry, right, we'll move on to more
My dad
sensible.
did that. He's like got a funny story about that. They went hunting one day with him and his best friend, and they got to the hunt. They went into the pub, had a drink to see everything. Then they went to the truck, put the ramp down, and he was like, looked at each other and said,
Oh, no.
did you put the horses on? He's like, no, I thought you did.
He said, close the ramp.
Oh, Jesus. And then loaded back up.
Turn around,
And off
back
they
we
went
go.
home, yeah.
Yeah, can't
So
do
that's
much
where it
without a
comes
horse.
from.
No.
So you, obviously, I don't know who taught you before you went to Duncan?
Mum and dad.
Mum and dad.
Yeah.
Because I know they're avid supporters.
Yeah.
If you see
absolutely.
Matt at a show, they're always there
Yeah.
supporting.
Yeah, no, they travelled around literally everywhere. You know, we all went, the three of us. I think we took over 20 horses to scout once, just the three of us. We just used to do it. No, never had a groom or anything like that. And we just sort of, mum and dad helped do everything. Yeah. So that was the way it was hard when I went to go to Duncan's, really, because
You didn't have money.
mum and dad knew it was time for me to move on for my education to get, somebody who knew more about show jumping, because mum and dad would be sort of amazing horse people, but probably didn't know, what Duncan did about
Technical side.
technical
of things.
stuff, yeah, and stuff. So it was kind of like that. They knew that it was a good place for me to go and stuff like that, and so yeah, that's why I went there, really, because we'd kind of got to a stage where I needed to learn more and figure things out to get to the next level type of thing. So yeah, it was amazing when I went to Duncan. I had amazing opportunity there.
Was it always going to be show jumping for both of you? Or was there kind of a moment where you had to, because you said there was a lot of different kind of riding styles that you grew up with?
No, I wouldn't say it was always show jumping. I think it was probably when I was 12 or 13 or maybe even a bit older that kind of decided, right, this is what we're doing. But because just where I'm from, there's a lot of lower level show jumpers or show jumping competitions, but there's quite a gap between a low level to Spruce Meadows, which is the highest level. So that's where people struggle a bit to kind of bridge that gap.
Yeah.
But I was lucky enough to have support and great horses to kind of keep going and push through that. But no, I think my parents did the right thing, kind of keeping us in loads of different sports and keep not just singling one sport out kind of thing, to really make it our own decision to see what we wanted to
Which
do.
one you wanted to pursue.
Yeah, exactly.
Because mum did the hunters, did she?
A little bit, yeah. They both dabbled in it a little bit.
Right.
And kind of once my sister and I got going a bit, they were sick of sitting in the stands, so so they got a horse each and started doing it a little bit as well.
They're both pretty good.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're also they didn't grow up with horses like your parents did, but
They're very stylish.
yeah, they're very stylish. So you can say that.
And did they show jump at all?
A little bit, yeah, like up to 110, 120.
Right.
So, yeah.
But there's something, isn't there? I mean, I think you're very fortunate, both of you, like me, when you grow up in that environment with horses playing, mucking around in the country and, having that upbringing. I think it is a very healthy way. And we were lucky like that.
Yeah,
It's funny though, because we've had a few conversations with people, as you mentioned, Matt, you had siblings who maybe didn't go in that direction.
Yeah.
What is it about all of you that kind of made you go? Because I grew up in a horsey family, but regretfully didn't lean into the sport at a young age, but my sisters did. And I do have regret for not kind of pursuing that in that capacity. What is it that kind of sparked that initial thing for you? Or was it just something that you felt you completely connected with?
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, for me it's just like I love show jumping, it's like my sport, but I think it's horses that,
yeah,
which is what I love. Like if I can be just being around horses and stuff like that all the time is all I want to do.
Yeah.
And I think that was, yeah, like if I saw like a horse with a problem, or if somebody said, "Oh, you can't get that horse to go in the ring," or you can't.
There's always
that
some
horse
emotional connection.
Don't want to go on the truck, or
Yeah.
I had like a need to try and
Get it on side.
help it to do it, and like get it to trust you, and in the end to have a better life really for the horse. Like that was like what I was obsessed with really, and that came through him, I suppose, into show jumping as well, because then you got tried to get a horse that maybe was super talented, but
trying to get
the mindset wasn't great, and then you could. That's I think that's mum and dad did a lot of that as well. Like we had a lot of difficult horses into break in and all types of different things, like that. So I kind of grew up with that a lot.
Yeah.
And
I think we share a little bit of that as well. Like we're obviously it's incredible going into big competitions and competing and going to big fancy shows and everything, but we get really excited about like going back home and like working with a young horse that we think has a lot of potential, but like, needs a bit of guidance and to get it where it needs to be. I'd say we get like,
yeah,
even
definitely.
Yeah.
I think we both
the whole process
really love it.
from the bottom up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that's the best. Like winning's
it's great.
obviously the best, kind of like the best part, but
you got to get to the winning
when
part.
when you see a horse that's like,
Talent.
talented, but don't really want to do anything, or kind of, and then it turns the corner, and it can be as much as just jumping around a course that big at home, and it does it how you want type of thing, and then
that's exciting.
it's like
That's
like it's same kind of buzz,
Rewarding, yeah.
And it is very rewarding when you have that and you get it to turn the corner by hard work, but with it building up that trust, don't you?
Yeah.
Like we've spoken often that, yes, it's being, disciplining horses in a way that, or I would say as riders, we're self-disciplined, but horses need to know the rules, but without punishing in any way, with a really...
It's about having patience to...
exactly.
For like if maybe it takes a week or 2 weeks or 6 months for a horse to just kind of...
build up that trust.
Build up that trust, and then when you
Confidence.
get it, it's like, it's amazing how fast they go and what you can what they achieve as a horse, and I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the buzz you get, like to see them.
Partnership growing together.
Well, and there are, as you say, there sometimes those moments can be just more rewarding than any win. When suddenly you feel the horse has turned a corner and it really is trusting you and is growing in confidence. And
it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, great feeling.
I don't know whether you'll ever get to that stage.
Well, I could start. It could happen.
I think you should start.
Yeah.
There's a great, is it Stud? Not Stud, Maple Park Stables.
Maple Park Farms.
Maple Park
could be the spot for me.
You could,
that could be the starting point.
We've got training.
This could be it. Maybe.
Training
yourself
spots
up.
available.
I would honestly. I find it really hard.
He's getting frustrated with me because I still haven't given him a lesson yet.
Yeah.
How
I
is
think-
that possible?
I think Pip had some evil plans and has realised now that maybe she actually has to be quite nice to me because we are friends now.
First
Well,
gonna-
he's also. Have you not heard? He's on this reality TV called Made in Chelsea. So he's
Are you
very
on that?
busy.
I'm on that.
And he does adverts for Fig and Purdy.
Purdy and Fig.
Purdy
That's why
and
it's called again. You can't pronounce it right.
So as you said, you know, you're.
So I'm well aware of what
Maple-
hard work
Maple
and
Park
perseverance.
Stables, as we all know, we are at Talk Horse, we're constantly looking for sponsors.
Yes.
You are, so
Yeah,
Matt,
so are we,
Matt,
yeah.
This could be
and
it.
Cara.
Owners.
Fig and
Owners
Purdy,
and
was it?
sponsors.
Purdy and Fig.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Purdy and Fig.
Sorry.
Was it Hattingley Valley? Good stuff.
I'm going to try it.
Let's talk about the kind of. I don't know if it's fair to say early days of your career because I know you guys are both
They
kind
are
of
young.
very obviously very young, but
Ish.
came onto the scene quite young as well. Cara, I believe you were 20 when you represented Canada at the 2016 Olympics.
Yes, I was. As
And
a traveling alternate, yeah.
Yeah, and then you were a teenager when you won at the the Great Yorkshire International Stairway at the Great Yorkshire Show. So was that like, you kind of, all the wheels were in motion at that point. You knew, obviously, you're competing at the Olympics. It's a huge thing, but how much in the lead up to that was your sights set on kind of representing your country in the Olympics, and kind of how much had you worked towards that before then? So you'd kind of fully committed to being a professional sportsman at that stage.
Yeah, I think we were all in at that point for sure. But probably at least 5 or 8 years before that, I'd say. I'd kind of moved. I wasn't in high school very much. I was traveling a lot because in the wintertime in Calgary, it's like
Quite
30
cold.
below and 4 feet of snow most of the time. So
Really?
there's not much of an outdoor competition or much of a competition scene there in the winter. So we'd go down to California quite a bit and compete on that circuit a lot, my sister and I. And then eventually went abroad basically and went to Europe. I think first time I was 15 or 16 and just absolutely fell in love with the sport over here. And then kind of tried to work in school, and we were very lucky with tutors and everything to kind of keep that going and be able to keep pursuing the sport. And then, yeah, I guess I went to university for 1.5 years in California, tried to make that work, but then got offered a job, left university, and went and moved everything over to Europe. And I think I was 18 then.
Wow.
And then have kind of been over here since.
Is that when you met?
No, there's still a few years yet.
How did you guys meet? How did you?
In the Sunshine Tour. Yes.
That's in Spain.
In
Nice.
Spain,
Good-
sorry.
good spot to
South
meet.
of Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Was there? Because there are quite a few couples who are both in the sport. Is that a good thing? Is it difficult that you're
think
both
so.
competing?
We think so, yeah.
We think it's so
I think
far.
so.
I think
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing.
I just think it's amazing that two top athletes kind of together, performing, going on. It must be an amazing adventure to go on together because you can kind of share the
Yeah, no,
highs
it's
and
amazing.
lows.
I mean, we're lucky that our job is like what we love doing.
Yeah.
And we do it together. So, I mean,
It's a double.
yeah,
double
it's
win.
done game. Obviously, there's times when it's difficult because, maybe I'm having a bad run of it and Cara's, not on, and it's hard. Like, Cara's having a bad run of it and I'm not, so you've got to, like,
Big each other up.
Pick each other up
support
a
each
bit,
other.
just
yeah.
but on the same time, that's great because it keeps you both. In the end, we're only doing it. We're doing it together. It's not like
Yeah.
so. It's
We always say if one of us is winning, we're doing
then we're
it.
fine. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's right.
And how do you get on helping each other or giving each other advice?
Really
Good.
good, actually.
Yeah, really
That's
good.
really
Yeah,
good, yeah.
no.
Yeah, just like you
We're
and Will.
lucky, yeah.
How do you get on with William giving you advice?
Well, I don't give William too much advice, to be honest. I think I wait until he comes to me and asks.
Okay.
I would give Matt more advice than William.
I've
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me loads of times.
Is that it?
Yeah,
For any
Works out- works
His
out
listeners.
quite
elbows are
well.
still out, though.
Oh, so he doesn't listen
I
to
always
me.
forget. No, but every time I see you, for a good couple of weeks, I'm like,
It's amazing.
Pinned
For
it.
anyone listening at home, a tip, if you keep your elbows in, you feel a lot more and you react with your legs. If your elbows are out, you cheat.
it's very true.
I need to be writing this down.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to remember this.
Taking
Watch it
notes over
back.
there.
We've got a few levels to
Might
get
not
to.
say that in the
Into
Pony Club annual.
You need to watch it back so we get more views.
Yeah, good
But
shout.
one thing, Matt, has your amazing flair when you're against the clock.
Yeah.
You certainly get, competitive. He's one of the quickest around against the clock.
I have heard that, and I'm not sure, Pip corrected me earlier, that you do like a sing song. And I was asking if that's whilst you're riding. is that a really stupid thing to say?
He's mic'd up while he's
Yeah.
So you're not blaring out. My example is, obviously I'm not a professional athlete, but when I'm skiing, I've got a tune. I'm like in a flow state. I've got a tune in my head, and sometimes I do sing. But I'm guessing that you probably don't sing when you're competing.
I probably
at top
do.
level.
Not
No,
when
yeah,
I'm competing though.
He absolutely does. He
we're coming
breaks.
to
When I go in the ring though, if
Yeah,
there's a song on,
exactly.
before I'm going to the first fence, I'll just be
Definitely
like, yeah,
blaring it
I'm a
out.
barbecue.
Is that your go-to song?
Whatever it is, you know.
Nice. Good. What would be your go-to karaoke song then?
Oh, I like a bit of...
Michael Bublé.
I don't know,
I'm not
maybe
gonna ask you to
Country
sing it.
Roads or
God, it's a banger.
Wagon Wheel or something
No,
like that.
okay, so there is that
That's
kind of...
kind of my stuff.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
another
The
drink and we get
country.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Connection.
Get him singing.
Yeah, okay, I'll do a duet with you.
Please. Pip loves singing the Black Beauty song, or humming it, or trying to, I should say.
I'm not doing no duet.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not. But I know, Matt, at Bolesworth, they have a big show, Nina Barber at Bolesworth. Beautiful, beautiful show. And I know you have often sung at
Once.
Bolesworth.
That was back in the day, yeah. I sang to get into the show.
That's quite a good way of getting in.
It was a bit of a joke. It started off, and then because I couldn't get into the show, and then anyway, long story short, I sent it to my friend, and then he decided to put it on Facebook,
Brilliant.
and it went viral. Yeah,
Amazing.
And then Nina, I don't think she had much choice. She had to let me in because literally everyone was like hounding.
Yeah, there's like
Let him
riders who
in.
are into the show who are like advocating for Matt to be in the show.
That's brilliant.
So it
pretty
worked
good.
out good, yeah. But it was under the circumstance I had to sing.
I mean,
live
that's
at the
a
show.
fair enough buy-in, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So the lengths one has to go to get into some of these shows.
Yeah, that's what
exactly.
it is nowadays. Yeah.
That's what, for all those at home, all you got to do is have a sing song.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, I mean, you've had some amazing successes in your time. You both achieved so much. Is there one win or kind of partnership that stands out most to both of you? What was the really special moment in the career so far that kind of you always come back to when you're talking about highlights?
I'd say I always love representing my country. Nations Cups, I'd say would be a big highlight. 1 year, I forget which year it was, jumping clear in the Nations Cup in Calgary. My mare Corona, she also went to the World Equestrian Games in Tryon in 2018. So I'd say those are two pretty big highlights or achievements for me. Obviously, a few wins along the way, which felt like a very big deal. But I always love winning at Spruce Meadows. It's like home crowd, just like how you love winning in London. So.
And you
Yeah.
had an amazing victory at Spruce Meadows, winning the big class, didn't you? The Grand Prix. When was that? A few years ago, wasn't it? A couple of years ago.
Well, you won it this year, or one of the Grand Prix in the summer. Yeah.
Was that because you were placed 1 year as well? Was it
Yeah,
the
that's
same
when you were.
8th or something?
Something. Oh yeah, that was a
Seventh,
few years
and
ago.
Fabia,
Yeah,
that was.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my first. That was like first 5-star Grand Prix that I won. And it's pretty cool because I'd not been going that well, and then I called Duncan, and like obviously I worked for him.
Keep your elbows in.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
I worked for him when I was like 18 to 20, but we remained really good friends. And yeah, I wasn't going great, and I asked him, "Would you be able to come and give me a hand?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, let me know when you need me." And I was like, "Well, as soon as possible." He said, "Okay. Well, I can set off tomorrow." And I was like, "Well, I'm in Canada." And he was like, "Yeah, right." Thinking he's going to come to Sheffield. Anyway, he flew to
did.
Canada. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah, he actually flew over. He came for like 4 or 5 days, didn't he? And he helped me with all the horses and stuff. And then a couple of weeks later, it was I won my first 5-star Grand Prix. So that was like, I think, a massive relief for me too, because it's like, I think at that level you get into a few shows like that and not really believing that you're ever gonna win one of those classes. So to do it was, it was.
And then once you have, it gives you that whole it gives you the confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just gives you a massive confidence boost that you feel like you kind of belong in those classes and that you can do it. So I suppose that was like a massive, something I'll never ever forget. And then I think with like recently with like in London with Obolensky was, and that was the same year, but that was
actually
amazing.
Behind your parents when you won it.
Really?
Oh, it's just, it's such fun seeing
I can imagine
the backup team, like the parents, the excitement is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I remember seeing them.
Yeah, it was so, everyone was there. It was just an amazing day. I think for it to be at that show as well.
It's a very special. We've talked about London International.
Yeah, such a special show that we grow up watching.
And of course, you're now an ambassador.
Yes, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I would like to know what it's like, or actually the dynamic. Obviously, being a couple, and being a competitive couple, being top athletes. A, who's the most competitive, and B, does that translate to kind of games nights or anything in general? Or are you quite good at switching off the competitive edge?
Can put it this way? Could you play
Monopoly
or chess and do it without falling out?
Well, Matt tends to make up rules as we go, so
Exactly the same.
just calling him on it is really the main thing.
Is it bending the rules or making it?
Yeah, exactly.
What you're
just
saying is he's a
creating
cheat.
them.
Because
I wouldn't say a
But you
cheat,
say
just
you've
like
won,
kind of
but then just
blurred
disregard
lines.
the proper rules.
William makes up his own rules. He has to
No,
win.
I
To
don't
work
think
in
that.
his favour always.
And then I get cross.
I think that's the answer we needed.
Yeah,
But no, I'd say we're both.
I'd say
Quite
horses were
competitive.
equally competitive.
Yeah.
I'd say day to day, I'd be more.
Slightly, yeah.
Slightly
Yeah,
More
It's like-
competitive.
yeah, yeah. Like Cara, well, it'd be something that just don't matter, and I'll be like, well, tenner.
And-
I'll do a
and-
tenner
and
on
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Like,
He
bets on
Why would I
everything.
put a tenner on that?
Who would
For reason nothing
apologise
to-
first?
I don't think.
Me.
I don't think
Oh
he's
my God,
apologized
well-
before.
Good man.
Definitely me.
William would definitely not apologise first.
I know, but I start thinking like, I need
You don't
to
want to
have
be
my
like
dinner
Pippa and
stuff
William.
Like that.
So you should apologise
Smart.
first.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss lunch.
Yeah. I want to survive.
I'm gonna have to wash all my clothes, stuff like that. So I think,
So for all those listeners, even if you're in the sport and you're
I think
both
it's just
in the same
in
sport,
life.
we still have the same issues.
Yes.
Just say sorry sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes
Takes
a long
a-
way.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
As you
quite
say,
right.
it takes a bigger man to apologise.
It's tough when you're top of the game competitors though.
So
I can imagine.
Sometimes we sometimes try and we have discussions, not arguments, but
yeah.
discussions.
When we met, this is so. It was just like a 140 class in Sunshine Tour, and I had this horse there, and I was thinking, and I knew that
Did it have a name?
like normally the prize money, the horse is called Candia, so the prize money was in the 140s and just kind of average, it's not a lot. But this one, they'd like, because of some bad weather or something, they'd upped
Doubled it
the
or
price,
something, yeah.
doubled it from the day before. So I was like, that'd be like good class to win. Try and pay a bit of the bill. So I went in like fast as I could, and then I was winning, and there was like 100 and something in it. And then the office called me like, you're winning the 140, you need to go down for the prize giving, because it's a sponsored class, so they need one rider in for the prize giving. So I was like, all right. So I go down, take the horse up, go down there, and then he's like, there's just like 8 left to go. So all right, no bother. So I'm waiting around. Then, no, we're just waiting for one more. So waiting around. Yeah, I said to the guy, like, they're coming. He's like, yeah, they're coming. It's just at another ring. And then half an hour goes by. I'm like, I really need to go. I've got, And then 45 minutes goes by. And he's like, they're coming now. They're coming. Like, all right, so in comes, I didn't know, Kara.
Well
Right.
worth waiting for then.
Yeah, like trotting at like 100 miles an hour. Like this, down to the ring. And she's like, I'm here, so sorry. And then she goes, hey, do you know the course? And I'm like,
I'm very surprised this is what I sound like, by the way.
Yes. Like Sheffield,
Like my
Sheffield, Big
impression.
Canada.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, it's whatever, one. And she's like, okay, thanks. And she goes cantering around. And then comes back up and goes, are they turning inside from 9 to 10 AB? And I was thinking, but it was proper tight turn. And I was thinking, I did it. But I was thinking, if I say yeah, then when she does it and goes faster than me, you're going to beat me. If I say no, and then she's watching my video, I'll look like a right idiot. So, and she's kind of fit. So I was like, yeah, but they are, yeah, but it's a not very nice turn. Not very nice for the horses. You know, I was like, she's like, oh, okay, thank you. Goes in and just whooped me. Oh, 2 seconds, whooped me. And then the guy goes, okay, thanks, Matt. We're not going to need you for prizes.
So you waited for an hour.
And then it's like, Kara, if you can stay in the ring for the prizes, thank you very much. And then I had to walk back from one of the bottom rings all the way up, and then get back to stables. And all the guys like, where's the rug and that?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
So
I got whooped.
Yeah,
But arguably you won a bigger
and that
prize.
was when you first met.
That's
First
very
time
fair.
we
I'd say
met.
he was quite reluctant on telling me advice on the course, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I was.
Well, yeah.
What a
She still got
great
smoked the first
story.
time.
Good job I
that's
didn't,
funny.
because she would have whooped me by like 4
So
seconds.
then, where did it go from there? Did you say you owe me a drink?
No.
And that was it.
No, I think I went
I was,
later in the.
I didn't want to I was a sore loser.
No, I think I went later in the bar. We saw him. It was one on Thursday night in Sunshine Tour, so they always have a bit of a band on. And I went, and I think I said something to you. I like apologized or something, and just, or I don't know if I
Something
apologized,
joking,
but
yeah.
something joking, and then I guess we started talking from there.
Yeah, she sent me a
And the
message,
rest
do you want
is
to go on a
history.
trail ride?
Oh,
And I was like, what's that? she's like, a ride in the forest. And I was like, oh, hack.
yeah, we got a hack.
Yeah, and then that was
So
it.
you
right?
went
was
for a
it?
trail ride.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
the rest
that was
is
it.
history.
The rest was
Yeah,
history, yeah.
exactly.
That's a nice story.
That's a great
It's pretty cool.
story.
He's still getting over the loss on the day.
I haven't got over it yet.
He's over it. So do you split your time between Canada and the UK now, or are you based in Sheffield predominantly?
We're kind of all over, to be honest. We've been in Sheffield, up in at Parklands at Matt's parents'
Yeah.
place, and then we've been in Holland, we've been in Spain, we've been in Canada. Like, we haven't actually like settled at a place just yet.
Is that because you're constantly in different events and on different parts of the world?
I think we just moved to where, like,
It makes
what
sense.
it's been
Yeah.
best for us,
Yeah,
like for the horses and business-wise. And then,
kind of make
I've
it work
now
from there.
just
a bit.
realised Maple Park.
Yes.
there you go.
Maple.
There you go.
Yeah, Maple for Canada, Park for Parklands.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. The name came together.
I'm quicker than you.
Yeah.
yeah. That's not saying much though, but I'm slow. So were you kind of aware of the Canadian scene before you started seeing each other, or
Not really.
No.
I'd always watched Spruce Meadows on TV and stuff, and always wanted to go there. And then, obviously, when we met and stuff, and Kara was from Calgary, it just made it a lot easier for me to go there, because Kara knew how to do all the paperwork and everything like that and stuff. And then Kara's family home is there, so we had a place to live while we were there and stuff like that. So we had a lot of expenses took away from it,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't have been able to afford to do if I was paying for all those things. And having to pay someone who knew how to do everything, you know. So that's when I started going to Canada for the summer. And yeah, that's...
Yeah, I guess I'd been going since I was like 12, so
Yeah.
I knew the place really well, knew what to expect, because it's not your typical venue. Spruce Meadows is kind of known for being quite impressive and bold, and just have to be quite ready for it, and you have to have the right horses to go and stuff. So, but we've done. I mean, Spruce Meadows has been amazing for both of us.
Yeah,
It's,
amazing, yeah. I've had-
And
Yeah.
most recently, Nations
Nations
Cup.
Cup win.
Yeah,
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 exactly.
that was
Win
amazing.
for Great Britain.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Matt was
awesome.
on the winning Nations Cup team just literally 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
like 2.5 weeks ago, yeah.
Wow, amazing.
So, yeah, it was 29 years since they last won it.
Really? 29
Yeah, so it was awesome. Yeah,
And
it
of
was
course,
great
Joe,
Yeah.
who you know,
Yeah,
Joe
Joe Stockdale,
Stockdale was on the team.
Donald Whittaker, Ben Mayer, and obviously Di was. Yeah, so it was. We've
We've
had
had-
loads, haven't we? And loads of great times there, haven't we?
Yes.
In Calgary, it's
yeah.
been a. We've always said that we want to keep it like, because we're quite young and stuff like, but we've been together a while. It's easy to think that like it was much better for Kara and her horses to go to America this year and with her owner and stuff like that. So it's easy to be like, oh, you know, we're not going to see each other, so don't do it. But like, it's, you know, if we weren't together, you'd just go, you know, and like, so that's kind
Take
of
opportunities.
We've said to each other a lot is like, those opportunities, you got to
grab them.
You know, we've got our whole life together, so those opportunities won't
come
all along that often. So you've got to, it's hard enough sport. So any opportunity you get, you've got to go for it. You know,
I think that's kind of also why we haven't settled down in one place, is that we're kind of still wanting to make sure we get as many opportunities as we can, expose ourselves to as much as we possibly can in order to make the right decision of like where we want to be and what it is in the sport that we want to do, or many things we want to do, I guess. So.
Canada or Sheffield? It's a tough...
Where do you...
Yeah, you don't get the views in Canada like you do in Sheffield.
No, there's nothing quite like a good Sheffield. How do we feel that the show jumping or the equestrian scene is growing? Because we were speaking the other day about how, you know, equestrian sports used to have prime time positions on BBC and, you know, right after the news and that sort of thing. Do you feel like the sport is growing in the right direction? Obviously, you know, there's amazing events like Spruce Meadows, they're international, that sort of thing, but are more people kind of riding, and are more people, you know, taking the baton over for the next generation? Do you feel like it's going in the right direction?
Go ahead.
I think so. I think it's getting better again, yeah, honestly. I think that people are, you know, starting to... I think people have always loved show jumping. So, you know, I think it's a shame that we lost it on TV, but it's, you know, I think London's on quite a bit. Yeah. And the Olympics, I think last year apparently was the most viewed, second most viewed sport at the Olympics after the 100 metre.
Amazing. Because it's got so much prestige and it's such an amazing sport.
Which is amazing, isn't it? The show jumping team final was the
second most watched, yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people who haven't been exposed to show jumping, they like, the first time they see it, their first thing is like, I had no idea. Yeah. So then they kind of start to understand the world behind it and all the different intricacies. So I think, it's just getting the exposure, which seems with just social media and with what you guys are doing with the podcast and everything. Yeah. Top Horse podcast.
Pippa and I single-handedly.
But
single-handedly bringing it back.
Yeah.
But it's also I think it's important too to get the stories out there about the horses too. And I know at the moment, you know, in show jumping, obviously you got the likes, you know, of King Edward that was amazing, and there's so many in eventing. We're really lucky because we've got sort of Lordship's Gruffalo in eventing and London 52, and we've got 4 superstar horses in Chipmunk for Mickey Young, Dublin, London, sounds like cities. Dublin of Tom McEwen's, London for Laura, and Lordship's Gruffalo. So, you know, we mustn't underestimate, we cannot do it without the horses.
100%.
Would Corona be your top one so far, or have you got...
I feel like, she was pretty special. She took a first championship, and... but I mean, a horse I have now, Igor GPH, he's definitely been the one I've won on the most. Kidamo, he's done the biggest Grand Prix. I've been lucky to have great horses, like we all have. So,
Well, who's been your favourite so far?
Well,
or
a bit the same, but I think, Ebelensky and Daniel have been 2 amazing horses for me. I've had Ebelensky since she was young, so that's. You know, I've been from jumping 135 to 130 to now. And then Daniel, I only got him when he was nearly 16. Yeah, Daniel he's been like horse of a lifetime for me, honestly. He's won two 5-star Grand Prix, hasn't he? And I've just been so grateful to James Davenport and all Davenports and Angelique Van Essen for letting me have him, because like he goes back to their place. So I just pick him up before a show and he's like all excited. It's like, and I'm all excited. It's like we see each other like,
and then he's really excited again.
And then, you know, and then I just ride him. I'll go like every now and then to theirs before a show and jump him. And I just thought it was like,
So James
You
gets
know,
the best of both.
James,
doesn't he?
like he I once, it was really funny. I was in Spain and I was taking Daniel to
Oh,
Calgary.
Daniel, not James. Sorry.
Yeah. So I was taking Daniel to Calgary. So I rang James and I was like, oh, I think I should like jump in before I go because I'd not rode him for like, I don't know, over a month. So he's like, yeah, whatever you want. Yeah. So I was like, all right, perfect. So I'll come on Monday. So I flew back from Spain on Monday. You know, like an hour and a half to the airport, 3-hour flight. Got to the airport, an hour and a half to James's. Got on Daniel, and then I jumped like a fence this big, and then jumped a fence this big. And then James, he calls me Samo. And he goes, whoa, Samo, you're not going to get any better than that. And I was like, yeah, he feels amazing. He said, good, put him away, let's get a coffee. So I was like, yeah. So I did literally, I flew like a full day's flying.
8 hours travel to...
I jumped like one jump this big, one jump that big. And then he went to Spruce Meadows, and he was like, first day he was clear in the big class, so he's like,
wow.
Unbelievable, And it just shows like how well they know, you know, anyone would think you need to jump a course or do something, but...
Pip loves this question. And this is a little segment we're doing, it's called Top Tack Tips. So for both of you, it's a bit of a takeaway for those at home listening. So a piece of equipment that you wouldn't be able to live without, a little hack for maybe tacking up the horse, or something that maybe even like a little ritual before a competition or something like that.
Yeah, same. Lucky pants or
Lucky
whatever.
pants. Or we've had, tail bags, we've had,
Four-leaf clover.
we've had 4-leaf clover.
We've had a bridle.
We had, what did David say?
Lucky bridle.
No, a bridle.
Just a bridle.
It's a piece of tack you can't do without.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
a bridle.
Yeah, that was like a real literal answer
As
to that.
Henrietta Knight. Yeah, Henry Knight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, saddle.
So,
But
what's
something that over all those years, like maybe if it's like a little something that is special to you guys or individual.
You go first.
I to be honest, I'm pretty flexible with. I mean, I like having my bridles made up. He can't touch my bridles. They have to like stay the exact same and all that. But I'd say something I guess I do, and I do it subconsciously. I don't even know I'm doing it. But when like you're in the ring, you're ready to start your course, and then the bell rings, I like reach down and lift up my left spur. But I don't even notice I'm doing it. Yeah, it's really
Always
every
does
single time.
It's like a showtime.
I don't know.
By
It's
the
not.
third horse, it's
Handbrake off.
I thought you were going to say every time you go into the ring, you ask someone what the course is and what's the quickest route.
You go to Hanson and then ask him,
I'm not telling her anymore.
Matt,
So-
do you twiddle with your right spur?
Yeah.
Matt breaks into song.
Yeah. I've got a lucky watch that I got given as a present from a very good friend of ours.
Does it tell the time?
And if it's really serious, then I'd
Give it a kiss.
kiss my watch, yeah.
Oh,
Or if Cara's in a big class, then always do
you
it.
kiss your watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not French
like
kiss.
that.
Just a pet.
No, but
Is that how
funnily,
you kiss?
no, but what I do is I actually kiss the horse 7 times
Seven times.
7 times.
because I'm 7
One
is lucky number.
Okay. That was only 6, that, didn't it?
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Lucinda Green, when I did
You kissed Lucinda 7 times?
no, but my super lucky number is 77, and she said her lucky number is 77. We were like, oh my god. So you lucky watch. What
watch.
is it? Is it a Rolex?
No,
Oh.
it's not. No, it's a Breitling. But it was given to... I always wanted to try to win a Rolex, and Alex
I did win
Boone,
mine.
Mr. Boone, would go, yeah, you've got one, I know. And he said, I told him, and he told me that I should wear it and then keep every day to remind me that I one day want to win a Rolex. So every time I look at it, it gives me motivation to
He
keep
wrote
working
this
at it.
it was pretty amazing. He wrote
Yeah,
this
it was
whole handwritten
awesome,
note, and we got to know him really well. And
Oh.
He's an amazing man, yeah.
yeah, he's great. If I can say one for Matt before he goes in the ring, that he always does. James Davenport, or was it Richard Davenport said it? But before, he's like, he wants to make sure everything's right. Like, everything has to be perfect, right?
What
The
you?
mane, yeah, very picky. The mane, the bonnet, this, that, everything has to be, like, in place.
But yet he doesn't think that before he goes and forgets his jacket.
no,
and-
it's just right before you walk in the ring.
Have you
It's
grown
just-
out of that?
My jacket, yeah.
One round in the sparkly hat.
I look good, actually.
I'm sure you
did.
did.
It was nice. One of those big peaks.
Nice, solid. One question before we finish up, and that is, and I'm sure this will be the most important for those listening at home, is what piece of advice would you offer to anyone who either lives with horses or would like to take their time in the sport, to a professional level? What piece of advice would you give to them at home?
I went first on the last question.
Well, what would advice? I'd say
Keep your elbows in.
Keep your elbows in, yeah. That's number one. I'd just say that if you're wanting to do it, it's very hard. It's going to have more down days than up, that's for sure. But you got to keep going. And I think it's, believe in if you believe in a horse, then don't let anyone tell you different, believe in it. And then it's up to you and the horse to get proven either way, I think. And I think to treat them like horses, not like show jumpers. That's the big thing that, keeps the horses happy. And I think you get a lot more out of a happy horse than you do like a horse that thinks it's got a job to do. If he thinks it's part of his life, then I think you get a lot more out of it. So that's what I'd say.
I'd say kind of, I guess, on the back of that is whether you come from humble beginnings or not so humble, lots and lots of support, that I think the sport balances, or this sport especially balances people out. So no matter what background you come from, like Matt says, you just kind of know that it's the hard work and the commitment and the dedication that's going to get you furthest in this sport. So just remembering that even when you're faced with difficult times, to keep pushing through and keep believing.
Yeah.
It's been very insightful, very fun, and it's great to have a couple on as well. I'm really, really grateful for this insight into.
Yeah, and I wish you a lifetime full of happiness, the two of you. Many successes.
Many more successes.
Yeah, many successes, more successes. Maybe some little ones in the future. No. No, thank you. And it's been great fun.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very exciting couple.
Yeah, lots of enthusiasm. And as we said, share so much in common. And, I think it's wonderful that they're getting together, setting up a business together, which I look forward to not only following them in their career as competitors, but also as running a business.
Absolutely. And who knows, in 35 years' time, they could be having an anniversary at your local curry house.
I think I would know Matt well enough not to propose to Kara in a curry restaurant.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but, there's other options out there. That was a great episode.
It was super, and it was great to hear from them both. And yeah, as we said, Matt will be in London.
Yeah.
I very much look forward to the London International Horse Show, which is always the start of Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will be at the London International Show this year with some exciting plans. So keep an eye on that. And if you are going to join us at the London International, which we would love to see there is a special code in our podcast description. So keep an eye on that and get hold of tickets, because I believe they sell out quite fast.
Talking about subscriptions, if you've loved hearing us talk horse, do subscribe now, so you're always ready to listen to future episodes.
And talking of reviews, please do leave us one, because it helps us canter up the charts. And very recently, we were number 1 in leisure podcasts. So we're up there, and we're trying to stay up there. So,
And
so please help us.
Let's hope many of the Canadians might tune in to listen to the episode with Kara.
I think it's time we took
Matt.
this podcast worldwide.
Yeah.
Share it.
So don't just suggest British guests, suggest anyone from wherever in the world, and I know we will be flown out there.
Absolutely. Flown out business class to record. That'd be quite fun. We should do some, maybe go to Kentucky next year and do some stuff there.
Yeah.
Just an idea. Anyway.
We do need you to actually get a lot more listeners if that's what you want us to interview famous guests from overseas. We need you to tell at least
500 people each.
Yeah, I was going to say 1,000 each.
Yeah, nice.
But we'll start with 500. So yeah, please spread the word.
And if there's anything you'd like to share with us, Any stories, anecdotes, questions, potential guests, please do send us an email at info@talk-horse.com.
Bye for now.
Bye.